So, as Dolasura, I am Seraphis, the procrastinating space pirate. And, well, okay, so in the future where I come from, Spiggs of Cypher Unlimited did a top 10 Monte Cook Games products, and then a few hours later, Qedhup did his own list, and now DM Tails did a list, so you know what? The Space Pirate of Ninth Earth is doing one too. Although, like Qedhup, I'll have a special mentions section, but afterwards. Anyway, let's get on with it. So this is a bit of a cheat, as are some others on this list, but this spot goes to the Numenera one into the booklets, into the deep, into the night, and into the outside, were expansions of Numenera's setting of Into the Deep, diving into the great ocean around the supercontinent, while Into the Night explored the concepts of space travel in the ninth world. An absolute awesome concept, considering we're a billion years in the future. The last of the booklets is Into the Outside and deals with concepts of alternate universes and higher dimensions, and just, wow, personally, love it. Continuing with Numenera, it's like I like that setting or something. We have Break the Horizon, which is kind of the Numenera 2 successor to Into the Night, in a way, although it really dives into many forms of travel in Numenera. But the cool one being the section on travel in the void, aka space, or the night. There may be a theme or two to this list. Our first breakaway from Numenera is with Path of the Planebreaker, a setting in which I have a difficult existence with. See, I only have the PDFs, I think from a bundle, don't remember. But I don't have the hard copies, and I really want the hard copies. Basically, I limit talking about MCG items I don't have a hard copy of, so I haven't really talked about this one. I love everything about it though, with the Cypher System, Red Book, Planesbreaker, Godforsaken, and maybe because of the Fool, I basically have everything to recreate my old D&D campaign in Cypher, and then some. Speaking of the devil, Gods of the Fall, which I also don't own a hard copy of, hence no video. But to me, this serves as the perfect groundwork to make a Cypher epic level campaign. Between the divine power shifts and the domains, it really recreates a vibe of the epic level handbook from D&D's 3rd edition. Oh, look at that. We saw Cordell did both. So, merging these two. Yeah, so this one is kind of, not in a bad way though. In a, how do I rank these kind of way. See, okay, it's the White Books Stay Alive and The Stars of Fire. And I love both of these books, but for completely different reasons, but equally valid. Stay Alive I consider a must have for the horror module section, which is second to none. With my games, I can accommodate my players to allow them access to any module or setting book thematically compatible to my setting. But in return, that gives me access to all those books as well. So far, no one has complained, and they frequently love several of the regular modules I've used from Stay Alive, especially things like Fear and Shock. On the other hand, The Stars of Fire is an amazing sci fi supplement with a great section on basically bridge combat roles. But full disclosure, I haven't had a chance to use this book yet, so I don't know how it actually plays compared to how I've read it. I may think it sounds really workable, but until I get a chance to use it, I don't know. So, the Stars of Fire and Stay Alive kind of exist as both number 6 and number 5. Continuing with the White Books, Rust and Redemption. The fact that a solid, 10 plus pages of this book are on crafting mechanics, fucking A, man. Look, if you didn't know, I tend to main the Artificer types. Looking at you, you sexy, right? When I play. So, giving me more tools for crafting and creation, hell yeah. Also, this white book and the red book are all you need to play Fallout in Cypher with a focus on the narrative and story. So, bonus. What's this? Feels like it's getting kind of hot. Oof. Like we're on the edge of the sun. So, yeah, Numenera, Edge of the Sun. is my choice here because, fucking Warframe. Probably shouldn't swear, but fuck it. It's Warframe. I think it fucking needs it. Basically, org mechs, right? Just the org mechs. This is a pretty obvious one, obviously, but it's the Cypher System Rulebook, or the Red Book, because at the very least, without this book, or one of the core setting books, there is no way to play a Cypher game. So, out of absoluteness, this is required no matter what. But if the CSR is number 2, then what's number 1? Well, obviously. Numenera Discovery and Destiny. Now, obviously, this is my jam-a-lamb. I mean, Discovery is basically the original Numenera core rulebook, but with the updated Cypher System rulebook information added to it, so that you get those revised core rules. But Destiny is a completely different game. You have 3 new types, one of which is a crafter. You have a bunch of new foci, new descriptors, new abilities, plus a community system for settlement founding, management, and warfare, and a setting based crafting system emphasizing the right's new type functions. Could you ask for more? Well, there's more. There's also a new bestiary, new GM options, and an entire game design section on emphasizing social encounters rather than combat or exploration encounters. Numenera Discovery and Destiny is basically one revised book and one completely new book, and it's all on the Ninth World, which, for my taste, is entirely my jam. A lamb. So this goes to my special mentions because I want to mention these products, but I don't actually have them as either PDFs or hard copies. And frankly, I don't blame MCG for not wanting to give a free PDF to someone who actively calls themselves a space pirate. Anyway, the Gods of Appalachia. Well, no, the old Gods of Appalachia. This is one of that piques my interest just for the cosmic horror aspect alone. I would have backed the Kickstarter, but Grim and I were having our first kid at the time, so I was saving money, and now the shipping costs is just, well, not for a while. The Magnus Archive, I don't think this one has come out as of yet, anyway. But like the Old Gods of Appalachia, I absolutely loved the idea and concepts of this setting too. The Strange, I almost had a copy of this at an affordable price, and now I don't. So, yeah, that sucks. But this is another one of those setting books. I really dig the idea of multiverse ideas and such. And hey, it's another Bruce R. Cordell book. It's like that guy keeps making stuff I like or something. Weird. Really, as a cop out, all of Monte Cook Games' products are great. But if I had to restrict myself to a short list, this is the best I can do. Well, that wraps this up. Spiggs and Qedhup and DM Tales can be blamed for me making this. Check out Cypher Unlimited and GetUp's channels and DM Tales. Gonna shout out the other 2 guys, Alpha Dean and Ancient Albatross, as they are awesome too. And I can't wait to hear their lists. Anyway, as this ended up replacing what I was gonna do, then yeah. Anyway, next is end transmission.